New York, New York. Welcome back to our New York Rangers NHL 25 franchise mode series. This is episode 2, and in today's episode, we do have some breaking news from real life. Jacob Trouba got traded today. I'm filming this on December 6th, 2024. And yeah, Jacob Trouba got traded to the Anaheim Ducks for, is it Uro Vakanainen? Let me check here. Where is he on this team? There he is. Uro, I believe, Vakanainen. So it was for Uro Vakanainen and a fourth. I believe it was the Ducks' fourth. I don't really think it matters all too much, but we are going to make this trade today because it's going to be realistic. And would you look at that? Oh no. Wanna wave that? Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's not gonna work, but okay. Where can I trade him? That has a lot of cap space. The Blackhawks. So if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna trade him to a team that has a lot of cap space. Maybe the Flyers. Let's see. Blackhawks or Flyers. Because he's gonna get traded. It's realistic to receive a fourth round pick and a depth defenseman. So they only have $5 million. Wow. How about the Flyers? Okay, so they could afford him. And what kind of deals do they have coming up? Konechny's obviously getting that extension next year. They're going to have cap space. Okay. I believe so. They should have some cap space for the next 2 years. So, okay. I'm okay with doing it with the Flyers, even though they are in our division, which kind of sucks. Is there any other teams that maybe this makes more sense to do with? That sucks, man. Anaheim is not on his 10-team or his 20-team trade list, but Blackhawks have money. Stars, all these people have money. The Canadians, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we could check out Montreal. They definitely have more money, and I think they're going to have more money in the future. Let's see. Yeah, they've got these 3 deals ending right here. Yeah, I think this makes a lot more sense. Okay, so we're going to trade him to the Canadians for any trash defenseman. I don't really care. Let's see. Perfect. I believe Gustav Lindstrom. Sure, that's almost Vakanainen or Vakanainen, whatever his name is. It's pretty much the same value. And then a 4th round pick. We'll get Detroit's. So this is gonna be sent over to the Montreal Canadiens. Hopefully they accept. And there was no salary retention in real life, so I'm not gonna make them retain or make us retain any salary here. This is a great trade. I mean, I got no complaints on my side. I wanted to keep this series realistic, and obviously, the trade in real life is realistic. So, yeah, that works out great for us. That clears up so much cap space going on in the future. And actually, it clears up a lot more cap space for this season, too. Another point I wanted to make of realism is last episode, this was like a week ago, I signed Igor to an 8 by 11.5, which is exactly the deal he got in real life. So, you know, props to me for predicting that. Maybe I'm the reason that Igor got that deal, but hey, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so I mean, that's great for us. We cleared up $8 million in cap space, which means if we take a look at all expiring here, The path forward, I mean, it looks like we've 12.89 extension dollars for next year, so we could definitely re-sign Keandre Miller, Will Cooley, who will actually offer a contract to right now. I'd want to get him for 2 years. Yeah, let's see if he'll accept that. Capo Caco, depending on what he wants, like 3.6. I'm not gonna give him that right now, at least. But yeah, I think honestly I think we're gonna wait on the Keandre Miller deal. But yeah, so that looks great for us. We have a ton of cap space coming up this offseason, even with Igor signed. I do want to quickly touch on something that happened last episode. I wanted to go take a look at the Utah Hockey Club's lines. So obviously, in last episode, we traded Chris Kreider to the Utah Hockey Club, who is having a pretty solid season with us. 12 goals, 14 assists in 26 games. We traded him for Matthias Michelli, Ian Cole, and Daniel Butt. We also traded to them Ryan Lindgren. So the reason I feel like this is somewhat realistic, or the way I justify it for this series, is they have a lot of playmakers. Imagine if Chris Kreider was Michelli. So Nick Schmaltz is a playmaker. Cooley plays like a playmaker, even though he's a two-way forward in this game. Clayton Keller's a playmaker. Josh Doan, I believe he is a sniper, but he's going to play more like a playmaker. A lot of these guys, they don't really have that. The only person on this team really that shoots the puck a lot is going to be Dylan Gunther. So I feel like giving them Chris Kreider bolsters that second line, kind of gives them a power forward who they wanted Lawson Crouse to be, who isn't really. I mean, 84 is not bad, but that's like a middle sixer. 87 is a bona fide top 9 player, or top 6 player, sorry. I think it just gives their offense a little bit more juice. They have a ton of cap space going forward. He's only 33 and signed for 3 more years, so they can squeeze what's left out of Chris Kreider. And for Ryan Lindgren, I mean, that just solidifies the top 4. Gives them another lefty who can play behind Sergachev, and just give them a lot more defensive structure. So yeah, I think it makes sense. Obviously, Lindgren does only have 1 year left and is expiring, but they have a ton of cap space. They can definitely re-sign him for the foreseeable future. And yeah, I feel like that makes a ton of sense for what they're trying to do in Utah, even though they're not having the greatest start to the season. I believe they are, they're 7th in the division, but they're only six games behind 500, so, or 6 games below 500. But yeah, no, I don't think I think it's a pretty good deal for them right now and the future, and I think it's a good deal for us in the future and now as well. So yeah, a little bit of explaining to do there, but I believe in this episode we're just gonna kind of go to the trade deadline, see if we can make any moves, and reach the end of the season. So I'm not gonna do the playoffs in this episode, just because I kind of want the playoffs, the draft, and maybe the start of the offseason to be its own episode. But yeah, let's get to simulating. So I really want to. There we go. Will Cooley accepts the extension. I really do want to watch over how Matthias Michelli plays. Oh yeah, Braden Schneider. And I kind of forgot that. What's it called? Yeah, Gustav Lindstrom is actually in the lineup as well. So let's bring in Mancini here. So our defense kind of looks destroyed right now, but that's all right. I feel like we could bring Zach Jones up. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll bring Zach Jones to the second pair and go from there. And he gets injured too. Okay, so Robertson's going to get slotted into that bottom pair. I gotta say, these menu screens are brutal in this game. Especially if you have injuries on, like it's just constant going in and out, and A, B, Adam Fox is fully healed, shirt. It's great. Yeah, no, what I was going to say was I do want to kind of monitor how this team does after those 2 trades. Especially the Matthias Michelli. Where is he playing? Okay, my lines are all screwed up. Yeah, okay, my lines are messed up. So let me fix all these. That's annoying. I think that's good. Defense is good, except for Schneider's back, so take out Mancini. Okay. Jones is still injured. Okay. So let's go to our power play as well. I hate this. I hate how we have to continuously edit these lines. I think after the Trouba trade, I might have accidentally pressed best lines. Oh well. Trocheck is back on that first line power play. Without Chris Kreider, we're gonna put Lafreniere on the first power play. And for this, Heedle's gonna be the center. Michelli's gonna be over here. Keandre Miller's gonna be on the point. This is gonna be Capo Caco. Okay, and Riley Smith over here, sure. Perfect, okay. And 4-man. I mean, I'll fix it, but it's still annoying. Put Michelli in here. Heedle, and there we go, we're done. Okay. All that for Zach Jones to be eligible to play. Okay. So we'll take out, I believe Robertson is in right now. Okay, so the defense is back to fully healthy. And the menus are glitched. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So we're 25, 14, and 5. We're going to go up all the way to this Boston Bruins game in February. Vinny Trocheck is injured till February 10th. That's pretty bad. So Heedle's going to get some second line time. Edstrom's going to slot in here. That's going to be good enough for me. Casey Fitzgerald, that's in Hartford. Alrighty. So, 3 losses there to end off the simulation. But it wasn't all losses. We did beat Utah. I wish I actually slow simulated that game. But, yeah, let's check how Michelli's playing so far as a Ranger. We haven't really dipped off that much in terms of overall success. 12 points, 16 games. That's a lot better than he was doing as a part of Utah. So, you know, looks like Michelli's turned around a season. Lafreniere is doing pretty well. Yeah, no, okay. Let's keep on going. Actually, I do want to check, since we have all this cap space now. I don't really know. I think if I want to make moves, I want to make them next offseason. Just to kind of restart, I guess. Start from scratch for building this team. I'm not really seeing all that many guys that I'm interested in on the block. Utah has a positive record now, so that's good. They've gotten better since the trade. Yeah, no, I think we'll wait. I think we'll simulate all the way up to the playoffs. Yeah, because like we do have our first round pick this year, but you know I was planning on using that, and you know I think we're gonna simulate to the end of the season. Igor is injured, only for a few days, so it's not that bad. Jonathan Quick's going to get some run here. Oh, man. Menus are messed up. March 10th for Gustav Lindstrom. Alright, so Mancini gets some play. Alright, let's go all the way up to the trade deadline. So we got some players back. I believe it's just Igor. And maybe a defenseman, I don't really know. Yeah, Igor's back. He's still not fully healthy, but we'll play Smith. We'll play Quick for the next game. And I believe, is it a goalie that's back? Trocheck's back, okay. So Trocheck, yeah, let's put him back in. Edstrom, you can come out. There we go, he's back on the power. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, so this is the All-Star break, I believe. It's some sort of break. Or is it the Four Nation break? I don't really know. Daniil Butt, injured till March 6th. Unfortunate for him. I wonder how he's doing in the AHL. We might check that. Capo Caco's injured. No big deal. Brodziak up. And Edstrom in. I'm thinking about turning down the injury slider. I feel like we're having too many injuries too quick. Like, this is a little bit insane. I don't really play with injuries on that often, so I don't really know what the stat should be, but let's see here. Injury occurrence. So I have it at 25. So it's happening this much at 25. Let's go like 15. What does that even affect in terms of simulated? Is that simulation? Like, I don't really know. But let's just keep on going and see. All the way up to the trade deadline. Daniil Butt is back. And Michelli is slightly injured, I guess. Still in the lineup. Alright, let's take a look at our stats. At first, actually, I want to check out the AHL stats, just because I haven't all season. Team's doing pretty solid. Let's go look at our lines. Daniil Butt's already... Oh, dude, he's already up to a 77. Yeah, that's really good. He's got 88 offensive awareness. That's kind of crazy. Othman's up to an 80, so he'll probably be able to jump up. He doesn't shoot that much, eh? He's got a lot more assists. Yeah. How's Gabe Perreault doing? Yeah, he's also a playmaker. Okay, so I kind of want... I feel like I want to turn Butt into more of like a combo scorer. I would like Othman to be a sniper, because that's his playstyle. But I don't know. We might have to adjust his shoot pass frequency in the off season. And then Emery's on the bottom pair here, but I mean he's already up to a 74. That's pretty good. All those guys. But yeah. Okay. AHL's doing pretty good. They have a positive record. Let's take a look at our guys. So Zibanejad's leading the way with 60 points. Panarin with 59, not too bad. Actually, I would like a little bit more from him, but oh well. Adam Fox with 58, Lafreniere 48, Trocheck 38. Yeah, okay, I mean, Michelli, how's he doing? Okay, that isn't correct. What? I think those are Riley Smith stats. There we go. Okay, so 21 points in 26 games so far. That is very solid. We'll take that. The rest of these guys, not really much to say. Igor's got a 919. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to make any trades. I don't want to trade anything away. Just, I feel like the first season, I kind of want to keep it how it is and make my moves in the off season. Like, we only have one, like our first round pick. We don't have a second or a third, and I kind of want to use these picks to try and maybe hit on something late in the draft. And even next year, we don't have that many picks. We don't have our fourth or our second. And then the year after that, we don't have our fourth or our second. So, yeah, we're missing a bunch of draft picks. We only have a few prospects. Obviously, we have these four, but apart from that, like Perreault, Othman, and maybe even Daniel Butt might make the team next year. So, at that point, they're not really prospects. So, yeah, I think we're gonna stay put. Stick with the team we have and continue through the season, and then make moves in the off season after the playoffs. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I don't really know. I think we need to target a center. I think I'm gonna draft a center or try to trade for a young center. But yeah, no, we need. What am I doing? We're a buyer. Continue simulating. Gustav Lindstrom is Lindstrom? No, it's Lindstrom. Is back. Oh, do we even want to play him? Mancini's up to a 78. He's only 22, and he is playing in real life. I'd rather keep him in. Yeah, we're not gonna play him. Capo Caco is back, so I will send. Who are we sending down? I believe we're sending Domingue down. And we'll put him in now after that game. Edit lines. Yeah, so I think in the off season, like we do want to target a few spots. So, like obviously we do have these Zibanejad and Trocheck. They're both 31. I'll be able to trade Trocheck next. Yeah, this off season. So I don't know, man. I don't know. And we're obviously going to be targeting another left defenseman to replace Ian Cole. Which we should be able to find one in free agency. We'll have a ton of money. And yeah, that's about it. We're probably gonna have what's it called? Gabe Perreault and Othman come up, and maybe even Daniel Butt. And if that happens, I mean our depth looks a lot better if that happens. But yeah, no, like we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Let's get back to simulating. Let's get all the way to the end of the season here. And see who we're coming up against in the playoffs. So right now we're 37, 21, and 7. So that is substantially better than we were before the trade deadline after all. So I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, we've kind of turned our season around for the better. It was a big 7-1 win against Calgary there. 6-5 win against Toronto. Like we're scoring goals. We're scoring 6-3 win against Vancouver. We're scoring 4-3 another win. Make it 5 in a row against Anaheim. Against Jacob. No, he's not there. 3-1 loss. So we didn't do well on the California road trip, but I mean, not too bad to end the season. Lose to our rivals there in New Jersey. Few wins, 3 wins. There we go. And then we just got divisional rivals here. Carolina, 1 goal lost. Yeah, another 1 goal loss against Florida. And then to end the season is a 5-3 win against Tampa Bay. Alrighty, let's check the stats again, see how our players did this entire season. So Panarin leading the way with 82 points, which isn't terrible in 82 games. You know, at least he's point per game. Zibanejad, hopefully he got more goals playing with a guy like Michelli. So Fox with 71, that's very good. Can't complain with that. Lafreniere 67, that's decent. Trocheck 60 and 70. I mean, that's not terrible, but I feel like we can get some good assets for him in the off season. Michelli, since joining the Rangers, 37 points in 46 games. Very happy with that. Hedel, not bad. Actually, pretty good for the third line. Kako, pretty good. Cooley, pretty good. I'm happy with this. Team performed pretty well overall. 922 for Igor. I mean, that could be Norris. Not Norris. That could be Vezina. Let's see if we put the minimum games to 30. Sorokin actually has more, and he has more wins. So Sorokin's probably gonna win the Vezina, but still, really good season from Shesterkin, and I'm glad we got him locked up. Especially glad to get him locked up to the exact same deal he has in real life. So, alrighty, let's advance a day. See who we're playing in the playoffs. Okay, so it's gonna be a goalie battle here. New York rivalry. Let's take a look at their lines. I mean, we probably know what their lines are gonna look like. We're still in year 1 here, but I'll take a look anyways. See if they made any trade deadline moves. Nelson, Horvat, Barzell, Peugeot, Anders Lee, Palmieri, Holmstrom, Zizekas, Duclair, Tish Plankov, McLean, and Martin. Pellick, Dobson, Romanoff, Pollock, Mayfield, Riley. So they have not made any trades. But I mean, yes, it's still a very respectable team. They got a good first line here. Decent second line, decent third line, and their defense is really solid. So this definitely isn't a team to laugh at. And of course, Ilya Sorokin and net. The 2 Russian goalies face off against each other. 2 of the best goalies in the league. This is going to be a fun one. And we'll see how far we can get into these playoffs. But really, my eyes are set towards the off season and kind of flipping the script of this team and getting younger, making moves for the future. And yeah, building the foundation for the next 10 years of this franchise. So we'll see. I'll see you guys in the next episode where we take on the New York Islanders in the first round, and we'll see what happens in the rest of the playoffs and the draft. But yeah, thanks for watching.